Aquarius, you know what, honestly? Yeah. Hi. The bottom of the deck is the King of Swords. I'm here to do your July 2026 divination, okay? Aquarius, I don't know. I just felt like we're gonna start with you. You're hilarious, you're great, you're fly, you're flexing, you're having fun. Aquarius, keeping free, but also remember, don't get yourself into certain entrapments. Yeah, there's a certain Aquarius, she's like, he or she is fly like an eagle. And just make sure you don't get yourself wrapped up in flying so high that you don't see a big picture or a big plot and plan. Yeah, the King of Swords again with the Page of Swords. Yeah, fly like an eagle. You don't want to be the Page of Swords. You want to be the King of Swords. Like, straight exact. So on point. So executive. You're completely executing. You're so on point. You're dotting all your I's, crossing all your T's. You're looking for any and all typos. That's completely done for. All right, let's adjust the spacing here. Let's get this formatted. I want it to be perfect. Yeah, you're counting every single line. You're getting everything set and together, and you're going to come and have like a grand reveal. You're great. Yeah, Aquarius, I don't know. I just feel like people shouldn't have brought that sword out. But also, too, this is like that flying high like an eagle. You don't want to like get into a situation where you're flying so high, right, and you like go beyond yourself, Aquarius. Sometimes you can get into that, but remember, God is the all and the mind is the all. So this is the thing with Aquarius, right? If the mind is the all and I have a mind and I can run my mind and control my mind, then I'm the all. That's not necessarily always true. In between, there's something missing there, but in between, maybe that is true. So Aquarius, you're in the free falling zone. Like, how far can you go with a certain like state of mind before things get like out of control? Yeah, or murky waters. So Aquarius, I feel like with all that being said, now my mind is high and flying free. You get your mind over the matter. Then now you're the magician, and then you're just remembering like, oh, like in my mind, the things that I conceive are not always like the ultimate, because I think that I align my mind with the ultimate. Now I am the ultimate. There you go, Aquarius. Now that other faulty shit that I was talking about, or like in between, because I have a mind, I can control my mind. I think I can control your mind. I think I am the mind. Not the mind, the mind. Not a mind, the mind. The master one. That's not always necessarily true. So it could be somebody's like finding out about that, like with the Page of Swords to the King of Swords. Somebody could be actually like interacting with this energy and realizing, oh, I'm just a page and you're the king. That's very interesting. Yeah. So Aquarius, like this whole mind thing, you know, if you align with, God and the higher force and you have God's mind, I can do anything, I can do all things. But wait, why didn't I think that to begin with? Now, Aquarius, you're realizing that there was a limitation in your mind before in regards to how far you could go when God is in control. I never knew that. This is great. So, Aquarius, you're changing speeds here or you're shifting gears here. That's the secret of Aquarius. They think that their mind is all. Sometimes it is. Because they think that. That's just what they think. That's what's up. It's really whatever. So, Aquarius, yeah, let's keep on going. So that's what I have for you for July 2026. And you have God's mind, you can do all things. All right. Thy imparted upon me the power to do all things in thy name and in thy hand. And this is where you get people that are performing acts and miracles of God, right? Because they allow their minds to align with God. And so you may be even going into deeper esoteric studies or occultic studies or just mind studies. And this is where you might be going into Christian Science. It's interesting, where they talk about Yeshua, or who they call a European male named Jesus, that he was performing acts and miracles, water to wine. I can do that too. Walking on water. We can do that now too. They do it in Hawaii. It's called surfing. All these different acts and, perfections of alchemy and the material state and the mind state. This is what people like saw after and admired and uplifted and, spread in their culture and their family, because what? They got their mind over the matter. Now they're the magician. So you could be going into like deeper like studies and work. It's like, okay, I'm taking myself to the next level. Thank you. Yeah, somebody's going to show you something very powerful and important about yourself, and you're going to be really happy that something happened. Okay, so let's go ahead here, Aquarius. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles, interesting. Wanted to come out balancing things. All right, clarity here. Yeah, Aquarius. You know, like people don't really get Aquarians. Yeah. All right, messages for Aquarius, please. What messages do you have for Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and North Node. Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and North Node. Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and North Node for July 2026. All right. Six of Pentacles came out again. Yeah, you're balancing things out. It says hops here. Yeah, hops is also for nervous system. Interesting. Yeah, and Vervain. Ooh, and Six of Swords. Yeah, you had Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and then here, the Lovers, which is the six again. Very interesting. So let's divinate. And then we have the Two of Wands. Oh, Aquarius. What would this reading be without the Two of Wands? Yeah, here you go. In your mind, making the decision. Are you the all and the mind, or is there a higher mind? Yeah, Aquarius. And then here we have Basil. Yeah, the ultimate. She's definitely the ultimate. She's the unthinkable. Yeah, she's outstanding. She's superior. Most definitely. So you could be having a great meal. I see something where you were involved in something with aquatic being her body, with something with onions and basil and sauces and grains. You're enjoying it, but I'm not saying that I support that meal because I'm aquatic, but I'm just saying that's what I saw. So now there could be something here where you're going to be looking into changing your diet, and something here is going to be happening for you. Now, with the Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords, that's very interesting. Yeah, you're balancing out your travel, your schedule. There could be something like a journey that you want to go on. Very interesting. Yeah, but the Six of Swords are Vervain, though. This like is like telling me something about your nervous system. Like that fly like an eagle, like air energy, like you want to go like on an adventure or something like that. The world is your oyster. Interesting, Aquarius. Yeah, decisions are being made here. That's interesting. Let's keep on pulling. Well, yeah, I was told to keep on going with this. So let's go ahead and clarify what this the Six of Pentacles, Six of Swords is about. Yeah, also too, I feel like whoa. Yeah, there's like I'm actually not supposed to be saying like 16 things I see in these cards. That's actually crazy. Well, anyways, Aquarius, you figure it out. Remember, your mind is you're getting higher. Yeah, ooh, yikes. So, messages for Aquarius, please, from the Lenormand. I'm actually, yeah, whoa. It says Lovers, yeah, the Lovers card again, and then it says the main male. Ooh. Yeah, and there's something with high honor. Message of concern, not really for you. Okay. You're going on a trip with somebody? You're going somewhere with something? You're balancing something out? Oh, Aquarius. Yeah, Aquarius, you notice something, that there's an equal give and take with somebody. But yeah, that somebody does what they say that they're going to do. Aquarius, yeah, there's like something that you're like looking at, like, you see that somebody is like equal give and take, like whatever she says that she's gonna do, she does. Whatever I put forth, she gives back. This is proper. Yeah, so there could be something where somebody's getting flued out. Very interesting. Somebody got their body done. Yeah, Two of Wands. This could be somebody got their boobies done. What's now? Six of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. I'm seeing it now. Now you see it. Now you see it. Yeah, it's a Ten of Wands. Ooh. Yeah, whoa. King of Wands. Yeah, somebody's definitely taking action here. Yeah, Tri-Wizard Cups. Yeah, Tri-Wizard Cup. Aquarius. Very interesting. Yeah, and this Aquarius is what I was telling you about this whole... at the bottom of the deck, we have the Marauders map. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, you have the Tri-Wizard Cup. You're definitely a winner here. Yes, something is definitely moving forward. You have the High Honor card. You're moving higher in your mind. But this is like I was talking about. The Lovers card is not really about like relationships and love, but for some people there's a message here. But remember these two birds like flying high, like soaring like an eagle, two white doves. And then the Tri-Wizard Cup, if you know about the Tri-Wizard Cup, it's like somebody threw Harry into something. and he didn't put himself in the competition. And he got thrown into the Tribe Wizard tournament. And it's like very treacherous. People can die doing those type of things like they asked him to do. And he won. And this is like, for those of you guys that know the story, that's why it's like funny and you're reading Aquarius, because there could be something where you're going on that type of journey. And in that process, like you're going through this whole, like, my mind is the all, but I'm going to align with the higher mind. Or you realize that you are the higher mind because you are already aligned. Or you're realizing that I fell in line. Right? Or then some people are realizing that on the other side of that, they didn't win the Tribe Wizard tournament. This is what I'm saying right here. And then the Marauders map. This is the thing about this Marauders map. It only opens to ones that like are balanced in their aspect. Yep, that's totally over. That they've accomplished a certain like feat in their consciousness, and they can open the map and see different things, and they can see where everyone is in a certain building or location. This Marauders map, if you open it and you're not aligned, you won't see anything. This is like a big ass like signing or reading. Yeah, Aquarius. Yeah, you're definitely like getting your mind over the matter now that you're the magician. All right. Yeah, I see the Six of Swords right here. It says the Queen of Cups, Six of Swords, the Fizzing Whizbees, certain candy. Yeah, and then Crookshanks, this ratchet ass cat. Queen of Cups. Yeah, somebody's cute. All right, so messages, please. Messages for Aquarius. Pride, compassion. Yeah, karmic completion. Ooh. I. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Very interesting. Yeah, because also too sometimes Aquarius, like, compassion, like they try to make it all like woo wooey. Really, honestly, like if you want to look at another perspective and like viewing compassion, it's not really for the other person. Compassion is really just like a reminder that you're in a specific space-time continuum that requires you acknowledge something in front of you that could be potentially like A, B, C, or D, and then you're choosing to produce or give back a certain specific energy that is deserved from the heart. Because compassion is from the heart. You can't make up compassion. You can't, because then it'll be pity, right? And then there's also something with sympathy. Those are actually, sometimes people mix compassion with sympathy. Compassion is a higher database than sympathy. So you're saying that in order for me to have my mind over the matter, be the magician, there's something that's required or not of me. There could also be Aquarius, the other side of that, get your mind over the matter that you're a magician. I don't have to fucking align with the higher mind. I could be as low as I want to and still like blast on you. And the thing is, God is doing it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there could be a karmic completion where somebody's about to get this. Period. All right, Aquarius, that's your reading. Thank you for watching. Bye.